Kwazambia African TV. Well, to my viewers, we're finding ourselves in Omaha, Nebraska. Welcome to Kwazambia African TV. This is your host, Franck, Ebang. Kwazambia African TV. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, welcome and tuning on Kwazambia African TV. I am your host, Franck Ebang. It's always a playful moment for me to be here and share with you some of the happenings in the community. First of all, I want to take the time to thank all of the team behind the scenes here, working to pull on this moment together so we can have one of those moments where I come to you and share with you what's going on. Thank you so much for the people in Omaha, Nebraska, staying safe. Thank you to the medical team, medical corps, everybody involved in fighting this pandemic going on. Thank you so much. We pray for you, and we know, I'm confident we will beat this together. Today I have a special guest, Karine Sokpoh. Karine, how are you today?
I'm great. How are you?
You look fantastic.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Now, Karine, you have a little bit of a story about you. I mean, you are originally from Togo.
I am.
And you live in Omaha, Nebraska. You are a very successful attorney, and I'm very proud of you, by the way. Today I wanted to talk to the viewers about your story, your experience. I wanted people to know about how much of a game changer you are in a community. That's what we do at Kwazambia African TV. If you did not know, this organization is, let's say, a subsidiary of Kwazambia African Media Group. We basically are very much invested in social impact, the type of social impact that focuses in promoting the Africa that wins. And in that perspective, you are the winner, and we are happy to have you here today. Thank you.
It is an honor for me to be here today. Thank you for inviting me.
Thank you so much for being here. So, Karine, tell me, you are an attorney. Did you always want to become an attorney?
Well, I knew I wanted to be an attorney when I was 13 years old.
Right.
That's what I wanted to do at the time. But then my path to the law and to the United States went through various little twists and turns.
Right.
At some point, I wanted to be a journalist,
Right.
and I pursued that as well.
Right.
But then, like they say, all roads lead to Rome.
Right.
And so here I am. Here I am.
Right. Well, we're glad you're here. So just for our viewers, Karine comes from Togo. She resides in the United States, in Omaha, Nebraska specifically, where she works as an attorney, and she makes a lot of impact over here. But a little bit of your background. Karine, you started with, I believe, a bachelor's degree in business management in Togo. You moved to the United States. You attended the University of Nebraska, where you basically achieved your bachelor's degree in communication, I believe. But then you went to Creighton Law, where you basically pursued your JD. Now, within the field of law and your practice, on your daily practice, what are some of the challenges in the field that you would say you encounter?
Well, in the U.S. right now, one of the biggest areas where we see a lot of challenges is the immigration area.
Right.
You know, with the political climate being decidedly anti-immigrant.
Tell me more.
It is quite a challenge.
Right.
We have the public charge rule that was just initiated
Right.
and basically stamped into law by
Right.
the Supreme Court's rulings that we have seen lately.
Right.
So that's one. We have the many little chips that are being taken to the asylum laws,
Right.
and those are impacting immigrant families
Right.
negatively.
Right.
So that is a big area of challenge that we see nowadays in
Yes.
my practice.
Right. Well, thank you so much. But I know, from the words in the community that just besides the impact, the tremendous impact you're making in the community, helping these families, helping, these young people in the community, but mostly inspiring people in the community. And I think that's the part I really want our viewers to know about you. You are very much, community engaged. You are part of the League of African Advancement, I believe.
I am. I'm the Vice President of the League for African Advancement. It's one of the newest nonprofits here in Omaha.
Right.
That was started by a group of African people.
Yes.
Wanting to turn our regards a little bit inwards here.
Yes.
And focus on how we can improve the lives of African immigrants here in the
Right.
United States,
Right.
how we can empower each other
Right.
to achieve our version of the American dream, right? We don't all dream of white picket fences.
Right.
So, what is our version of the American dream, and how can we get there? How can we support one another in getting there?
Right.
So that's what the League is all about. We also really believe in throwing the rope back, in giving scholarships to students from Africa or of African descent to help them go to college here, because we believe in education as one of the driving forces for success here in the United States.
Absolutely. That is great. Well, thank you so much for the work you're doing, and thank you so much for everybody else involved with the League of African Advancement. We are proud of what you do, and we're calling for all the Africans, all the immigrants, and the friends of Africa. If you love Africa, if you love the causes of Africa, we are calling for you to join the League of African Advancement. Tremendous organization making a lot of changes here in the community, and Karine is one of the representatives. I mean, she knows more about the organization. You can visit the website. I believe you guys have a website, right?
We do. The website is ouradvancement.org.
Yes, thank you so much. And we got the information. Karine, could you please tell me about, because I see you very much involved also into the place of women in the community. So tell me more about your engagement as far as women or young girls are concerned in the community.
So that has started a long time ago.
Right.
I could trace it back to my grandma.
Tell me more.
She was one of the strongest women I've ever met.
Yes.
She was illiterate, but she loved school and education. One of my earliest memories of her was when I would come home from kindergarten, and she'll make me sit and teach her basically everything I've learned that day.
My goodness.
Yes. And, she was such a strong person, even when towards the end there she got ill, but she didn't let that get her down. She was a very in tune to what's happening around her. The kind I'm talking about.
I know the grandma.
Yes, you know
I can
the
think
grandma.
of one of two.
That's right.
Yes.
And so, and then to my mom lives here in Omaha as well.
Yes.
Very strong, very opinionated, and very quick to always tell me as a young child, you can be whatever you want to be. Don't wait to be married or for this man that may or may not come to then help you achieve what you want to achieve. You go for it yourself right now, which was really counter to everything else the society around me was trying to teach me. And my mom is very independent as well.
I imagine. I can imagine.
Yes, she is. And so she taught me that, to create a welcoming space around me, but at the same time not to rely on others for your own happiness, for your
Believe in
own
yourself
fulfillment.
First.
Exactly, not to seek outside validation so much. And for that, I'm eternally grateful to her. So when I came here to the United States, the issues of women have always been something I've been passionate about. I'm a feminist, proud and loud. That's right. That's right. I don't shy away from the word. And so I found out about women's studies here at UNO, and I really loved it. One of my favorite classes while I was here at UNO was the Women in the Law.
Wow.
Yes. And so through that class, I kind of reconnected, and to see all the advances that women have made here in the United States led me to realize how far we have to come still, in Togo, in Africa, in African cultures. For instance, I remember while I was in school there, in middle school, the teacher will actually shame a boy, for trying to copy or asking a girl question. On a test. He's like, well, you are copying from a girl. Yes.
I can imagine.
Yeah, as a boy, you should be the best. And so when it will come a time where, how it is back home, they will rank you.
Yes.
So every month there was an exam at the middle school I went to, and they will rank you. Well, the first time the top, at the top 5 spot, first 3 was all us girls.
Right.
It was like,
what just happened?
Yes, what just happened, what just happened
yes.
there. So, and then to be told as a woman, be quiet, you shouldn't speak up, all those things,
right.
So I know firsthand how far we have to come.
Yes.
I also can see here and appreciate how far they have come, and understand the challenges that are still there.
Right. Yeah, what a beautiful story. Now, Karine, not too long ago, I would say about a couple of weeks ago, I was on a trip in Gabon, West Central Africa, my home country, and I was asked a question about the diaspora and the mother continent. With your experience and your engagement when it comes to women emancipation, women participatory, into the overall social life, right? How do you believe, or how do you think, or what would be your teaching moment to that young African woman watching you today, and trying to assess whether it is possible for her to feel as you're feeling today while being back home, understanding some of the battles they have to go through back home?
I was blessed to have a chance 2 years ago to speak to the students at my old middle school.
Tell me more.
In Togo. And it was a blessing,
yes.
to see all those young faces as eager as I was, because at that time we were opening a library for them at that school.
Yes.
But to see their eager faces, especially the girls, they have a special place in my heart, right? And so it was special. And what I told them is that, don't let your circumstances get you down,
right?
Because no matter how small of a corner of the universe you find yourself in presently, you can still make a change in that little corner.
Right.
You can have an impact.
Right.
And don't ever let anyone silence your voice, because that is a powerful thing that you have. So what is it that you want to do? Find out what you're passionate about.
Yes.
And put the grind behind it. Right? So passion without perseverance and without effort will not lead you very far.
Right.
But when you put the two together, you can now make a change and you can get ahead in life. So that was my message to them.
Wow, Karine, thank you so much. I think that's probably would be one of the most empowering statements I've heard in a long time. You have to put perseverance, put the grinding into it, and your passion into it. It's very much possible. And I'm sharing this message as well. This is a very unique time for Africa. Throughout the years, we've struggled into trying to bring about, that vision of the Africa that wins, that vision of the Africa of talented women like you. And today we can actually see a lot of you doing all these marvelous things, here in America. We can only hope that all of that can translate into success, for these women in Africa today. Now, Karine, can you tell us more about how do you juggle your life between, being a busy attorney? You have two beautiful daughters. How do you juggle your life in between all of that?
Family life. So I'm a daughter, I'm a wife, I'm a mother, I'm a business owner, and I'm an advocate.
Yes.
You do it by not doing it alone.
Yes.
You have to know when to ask for help and be gracious enough to accept the help when it's given. I think that's the challenge, because if you feel this pressure to do it all alone and to be perfect at every single thing, you'll feel overwhelmed.
Yes.
The anxiety will kick in and it can paralyze you.
Yes.
So understand that you're not going to be perfect in every little hat that you wear in your life. Sometimes some will have to give. At some points in my life, I have to be more of the advocate than the mother on those days. I am blessed to have a partner that can pick up the slacks for me, at that time.
Awesome, awesome. Well, Karine, thank you so much. Again, to our viewers, this is we're having Karine Sokpoh. She's CEO and founder of Sokpoh Law here in Omaha, Nebraska. I mean, Karine, areas of expertise will expand with juvenile law, family law, immigration law, and business law. I mean, you watching us today. I mean, if you have any questions, if you want to know more about Karine, I mean, please visit her website. I mean, she's much on Facebook as well. You want to give us your website?
Yes, it is skolawgroup.com.
Yes, you got it. And please make sure you make good use of it. Karine will be available to listen to you. I mean, any question you have, I mean, you wanted to know about being able to pursue your dreams. If you're watching from Africa, it's very much possible. Karine is just like you and I. She made it, and you can make it too. And that's what we do at Wasn't Via African TV. We want to bring to you some of the faces of the diaspora that will inspire you, that will make you believe that you can. Because yes, you can. Once again, thank you so much for watching Wasn't Via, and we'll see you next time. Thank you, Karine.
Thank you.
Wasn't Via African TV.